The truth is that the terrorists are one of us.
The Nigerian soldiers are calling on the Southeast youth to buy military form, but they are not showing you this particular video. The things that the Nigerian soldiers are facing, the pain that are being meted on them, the unjust executions of the Nigerian soldiers, the instructions they are giving to Nigerian soldiers not to buy or retaliate on the terrorists, and everything. Now, this particular video just grieved my heart watching what Fulani S-men are doing to our personnel. The reason I'm showing you this video is to enlighten you on what is going on in Nigeria regarding to Justice Crack being arrested. Now, this is a Nigerian soldier, at least be abandoned in the front line or maybe overpowered or ambushed, and at least they caught this one alive. Now, this particular video is being posted. This one is not of concern to Nigerian soldiers or the Nigerian Security Agency thinking on how to send battalion to rescue this guy. Right in their eyes, they will see that this person will be executed and by you that will cry on behalf of the family of this guy or on behalf of the rest soldiers about their well-being and their welfare, you will be arrested. You will be tracked down. The Nigerian soldiers will spend their resources on their intelligence to track you down for calling them to rescue this guy. Now, the Nigerian soldiers are complaining that the Southeast youths are not having interest in buying the military form. Oh, over 38,000 forms that they intend, to recruit this year. Only 100 something youths are interested in the Southeast. Oh, we need Nigerians. Now, the same people that are crying that they needed more Nigerians to join the Nigerian military force are the ones dismissing soldiers. You need more men on ground, but you are dismissing soldiers that you already spend your resources to train. Why did they dismiss this soldier? Regarding to the same issues of Justice Crack, they said that he complained about their well-being. Oh, you are not feeding us well, you don't pay us well, you don't do this, and they dismiss him. They also dismissed some soldiers recently, I think about a week ago, because they said he disobeyed order. What was the order? Oh, stop firing, don't buy the Fulani S-men. And this guy keep on firing to buy Fulani S-men. And they said, you are dismissed. You will be confused. What does these soldiers really want? Do you want to recruit Nigerians to fight insurgency? Or you just want more soldiers that you can send to the war front and die so that you can pressure the Senate to sign your military budget that you will use to build more estate for yourself? Nigerian soldiers, the top personnel now, are having more assets than anything. Nobody is probing them. The ESCC is not even focusing on that direction. A military personnel that their salary is not up to 1 million have estates, buying all kinds of cars. Their children are schooling abroad. They are not investigating those people. They don't think that these people are doing this thing on purpose to ensure that the insecurity lasts forever so that they will have more money. Imagine that they requested for 500 billion for military budget. You are not going to investigate how they spend this money. They share this money, they buy some tank. Immediately they need more money, they just put 1 or 2, 3 people in society barrack, send Fulani herdsmen to overpower them, execute them, burn down some cars, and they go back. So we need more money to buy ammo tank. If you join Nigeria soldiers, it's at expense of your life because those that are already in are crying daily. They are looking for a way out simply because they cannot voice out. If they voice out, they will have to face court martial or you disobey order. That's why some people secretly send messages to some of their friends that are bloggers that can help them to cry out. Unfortunately, now, same thing now that they are doing to Justice Crack. Instead of the Nigerian authority to look into it that this welfare, these soldiers are supposed to be fed well, but unfortunately, they are not being fed well. The whistleblowers are being persecuted for crying out that Nigerian soldiers are not feeding their people well. To top it up, the Nigerian soldiers are dying daily. They said they need more men, but the Fulani herdsmen that are buying them, they are being rehabilitated, sponsored, giving more money, or to buy their loyalty and said, oh, calm down, you cannot touch this Fulani. Anyway, if you're interested in being the sacrificial lamb of the Nigerian, you can go and buy the military form, go recruit and die. Once you die, they will recruit another. Once they die, they recruit another. But they have one goal. don't touch the Fulani herdsmen. You heard for the two military personnel, one said is their prodigal son, the other one said you cannot deny the fact that they are Nigerian. So for that reason, nobody should touch them. The other one said if those terrorists lay down their weapon, they even promise them they can become a president of this nation. How many of you know if this was to be in the Western world, that wherever this video will make, that they will use their own intelligence to track down those perpetrators, those Fulani, those terrorists that are involved in similar things like this, humiliating our soldier, they will track them down and neutralize them. But in Nigeria, Boko Haram, they are our prodigal son. Boko Haram are inspired to become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Boko Haram are Nigeria citizens that can do anything they have to do. They can commit any kind of crime they want to commit, as long that when they are tired, they can lay down their weapon, or conditionally, they can be inspired to become anything in Nigeria. That is why they keep on sending Nigerian military to be spied by these people. But when Nigerian military retaliate and spy them, they will dismiss them. Unfortunately, Justice Clark fell victim for reporting the problems and the circumstances that surrounded the Nigerian military. Today, the armed forces are selling out their military form, but unfortunately, nobody is having interest. So they are looking for anybody that will talk down or expose them, so that they will use, so that they can put the blame on the person's head and say, these are the reason that people are no longer having interest in buying the military form, especially now that they are trying to canvass people from the Southeast to purchase the military form. How do you want people to have interest in buying the military form? Meanwhile, you keep on dismissing those that are already bought the form, that you people are not treating well, because they speak out, then you dismiss them. How many of you knows that many soldiers that have been on TikTok, like you do interview many that have been dismissed simply because they only cry out for two things: to be well fed or given the adequate weapons to fight the insurgents. Do you know the countless soldiers that are still in the guide room today simply because they requested for a better weapon? Do you know how many soldiers that are being dismissed simply because of food? They say, the food one they give us is not enough. If really you need this military, you want more soldiers in the war front to fight against this insurgency, let's say acclaim, that is what you really want. I don't see any reason you should dismiss the ones you have already recruited. The more you try to understand the armed forces of Nigeria, the more it gets more complicated.
Well, the truth is that the terrorists are one of us before they were, confused because of situations and circumstances around us. It is very, very okay for them to be properly reintegrated into the society. But however, there is need for adequate monitoring of their movements and activities. They have no other home but this Nigeria, and they have to equally move on with their compatriots. The only thing is monitoring to make sure that they don't deviate if they are brought back into the society.